Hello everyone, and welcome to another Facebook Live party. Happy Monday. It's Monday, which means another live, which means another fun time to talk about something super freaking juicy, something that we're going to dig into that I know I have been working through in the last 4 years, and specifically in the last 6 months or so. I know it's something that my clients are working through. And as I saw today from the post that I shared, if you guys did not see the meme where I said, it says, when people arrive at my home in a low vibration complaining about what's wrong with the world, and you're all, we don't do that here. So that was all about setting boundaries. And so the response on that today was insane. So I wanted to come here and share with you guys my top tips for setting boundaries like a boss, to take your life back, to take your sanity back, to get you back in your business, in your life, and in your relationships as well. So say hello below if you're watching the replay. If you're watching live with me, please say hello. I am using a new tripod today, and Facebook also kicked me off already 5 different times when I've tried to go live. So we're gonna pray that everything goes okay. Here we go. How is everyone tonight? How is everyone feeling? How is everyone doing? Something just broke in my kitchen. Dear sweet baby Jesus. Okay. My cats are out there knocking shit over, as always. So how is everyone? Hello, Carolyn. Hello, Ashley. Hello, Connie. Hello. Say hello as you are joining. How is everyone feeling today? Give me what we're going to do today as we get started. I want to hear, what are you excited about right now? What are you freaking stoked, pumped, looking forward to in life, in business? Hi, Erica. Welcome. What are you freaking excited AF about today? Hi, Ashley. Hello, Mariah. Hello, Brandy. Watching live from Facebook. Feeling good. Brandy's feeling good. I love it. So tell me in the comments as we get started here. I'm going to jump right into the topic for tonight. But I do want to hear what you're excited about. I'm excited, if you guys did not see. I have a freaking super exciting top secret thing that it's unlike anything I've ever launched before, coming tomorrow at 11:11 a.m. Central Time. I decided on a time. I have everything. I've been hustling behind the scenes today, doing what I've got to do to get everything prepped for that. So I'm excited for that launch. It's been something I've been brewing behind the scenes for a little bit here, and I'm so excited to share it with you guys. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Nicole. Hello. So right now, ladies, if you were just hopping on, we are sharing below in the comments what you are excited about right now. What in life, what in business are you freaking stoked about? Hi, Sydney. Welcome. Michelle says, totally falling asleep, but hi. Yeah, you're in a different time zone, so it's definitely late where you are. I'm going to unplug and pretty much go to bed after this as well. Hello, Gemma. Welcome. Okay, so let's talk about boundaries. So who struggles with this? Now, while you're thinking of what you're excited about, because I do want to read those comments in the comment section, tell me what you're excited about. It's way more fun when we actually have a conversation. But I want to talk about setting boundaries, because this is something, like I said in the beginning, as everyone was hopping on, this is something I have worked through. This is something I continue to work through. This is something that my clients have been going through. I know as I posted today's meme, this is something you all are doing, right? We're going into a new week. We're really very conscious of our energy, of our vibration, of not letting anyone inside our bubble who is not going to meet us there on that level, right? Michelle, I'm going to watch the replay. Girl, I totally get it. It is late AF where you are. Hello, Kara. Hello, welcome. So I want to start by saying this, because someone asked, in the comments, Samantha had asked me, how do you deal with customers who are almost draining your energy or sucking you dry, or people who are not, they're asking your opinion, but they don't really care. I know certain people have asked me in my inbox, like, what about relationships that aren't an equal exchange of energy, and I'm feeling really drained by them? Like, what can I do? Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't want to be a bitch, right? Like, that's the number one fear we have, is hurting someone's feelings, of being a bitch. We are women. We have this need and this desire to please people, to take care of people, to put everybody before ourselves, right? Hello, Sarah. And the truth of the matter is you are one human being. You are one human being trying to do it all, trying to take care of everybody, take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your spouse, take care of your kids, take care of your clients, take care of your Facebook audience, take care of everyone. But you are one human being. And one of the most important lessons to learn as a business owner, as a human in general, is to make sure that you are setting boundaries like a boss. You are so sure and strong in your boundaries. You've got this like bubble around you, right? That unless it's like invited in, nothing is getting past that bubble, because that's what keeps your energy potent. That's what allows you to magnetize your soulmate clients. That's what allows you to really be there and be all in and present with your spouse and with your kids. It's what allows you to be all in with your clients and giving them your best when you're working with them. So what I want you to picture right now is I want you to close your eyes and I want you to picture this energy vortex, this bubble around you. And you can picture it to be any color you want. When I did this, I really pictured it. When the first time I ever did this with my coach, I pictured it to be like this opalescent, like pinkish color. And you just picture this like energy bubble around you, right? So it's 4 feet in front of you, 4 feet to the right, 4 feet to the left, 4 feet behind you. It's all around you. Like you are standing in this bubble and it is just huge. And what's happening is you picture this like energy, this dust or this magic or whatever it might be inside. That's your energy, okay? That's your energy that you are protecting. That is your soul, your spirit, your magic, you. That is all that you have, all the juice that you've got, all the gas that you've got in your tank is in this bubble. And what I want you to picture is when you allow people to walk all over you, or you allow certain relationships in your life that maybe aren't serving you, or people that are not an equal exchange of energy or value for you, or maybe you start to notice that you're slipping a little bit on your boundaries, you're slipping a little bit on your values, you're finding yourself giving more discounts, or lowering your worth, or lowering your prices, or you're noticing yourself just kind of slipping, right? And what's happening is in this energy bubble that's 4 feet on every side of you, it's like little teeny tiny pinpricks, little teeny tiny pins that are poking little holes in that energy bubble. And what's happening is you might not really notice it because right now you're fine, right? It was one discount, or it was one conversation, or it was one time that I let someone walk all over me, or it was one time that I let someone talk down to me, or it was one time that I let this happen. And what starts to happen is all these little pinpricks over time are draining the energy, draining that light, draining that juice that you have, the gas that you have. It's slowly leaving this energy bubble and it's starting to deflate, right? And what happens here is over time, it leads to exhaustion. It leads to resentment. It leads to burnout. It leads to feeling like the wind got knocked out of you, like you just don't have anything left. It can lead you to, as much as you love what you do, starting to not like what you do because you're just exhausted and you want to go back to when life was full of zest and juice and things were exciting and there was magic happening all around you and you're just kind of over it, right? And I've been there before. I love what I do. For the last 4 years, I love what I do, but I've gotten to different points in my business where I let people walk all over me, or I start to lower my values, or I start to lower my worth, or lower who I am, and start to kind of shrink myself and start playing small. And what's happening is the energy and the light and the magic is slowly leaking out of my bubble, and I'm not attracting clients, and I'm not making money. And then I start to bring that home into my marriage, and I'm not sleeping with my spouse, and I'm not really present with him, and I'm not all there, because slowly over time, like there's only so much of me. Is this making sense? Are you guys with me on this? So what I want you to do in that visualization is realize how freaking important it is for you to take the power back, for you to take back the driver of the car, for you to take back the gas and the energy and the light and the magic and all of this amazingness about you, and start to make sure that you have these solid boundaries in place so that you are teaching people how to treat you. And in return, you are also giving permission to your clients, to your downline, to whoever it is that you serve. You are giving them permission to do the same. And what happens is then they take their power back, they're owning their worth, they're showing up in their strongest light, and they are magnetizing exactly who is meant to be in their world. They're serving, they're making a bigger impact, and their noise is just amplified. Okay? Thanks, Kyle. Thank you. Hello, Brandy. Yes. Hello, Erica. So good to see you. So sometimes this means, right? So, okay, boundaries. Now, how do I do this? How do I do it? What do? I don't understand. I don't want to be a bitch. Okay, you're not a bitch for setting boundaries. In fact, you are a woman who knows what she is worth. You are a woman who is lighting up the way for other women to go and do the same, or men, whoever's watching. You are setting an example for other people. And if you work in network marketing and you have a downline, you are literally teaching those people how to treat themselves, how to let other people treat them, and you need to be a leader and step up and take back control of that, take the power back. So sometimes this means, like I told Samantha earlier, sometimes this means saying no when a potential client wants to work with you and the vibe is off. You're not really feeling it. You're not really digging it. Something feels off there. Instead of just saying, yes, okay, because you really want a client and you really need the money and your bank account's looking a little low, and you just say, okay, fine, right? That's a pinprick of an energy leak, sometimes a little bigger, like a nail stuck in there, and slowly your energy starts to leak. Sometimes this means saying no to that person and recommending them to another coach friend that you have who maybe that's a better fit for them. Or maybe not taking on a client and she wants you to coach her on X, but really you coach on Y, but you take her on anyway because you're just like, oh, I just want someone to help though. But that's an energy leak. That is you letting your magic drain away. So referring her to somebody else or saying, you know what, I actually don't have any spots open right now, or you know what, I actually, this isn't just feeling like a good fit, and I love you and I support you and I want the best for you. Here's a really great place for you to go, maybe a great resource for you, or whatever it might be. But saying no sometimes, right? Saying no in your real life in whatever way that looks like for you as well. Saying no is setting a powerful boundary. It's knowing your worth. Sometimes this means firing a client, firing a customer who's just draining the living ever, whatever I was going to say, fire out of you. They're just draining you every time you meet with them. Sometimes this means ending a contract and saying, I love you, and I love you so much that I gotta let you go because we're not vibing here, we're not getting anywhere, and we just keep butting heads and something feels off, and you deserve better than that, I deserve better than that, and going your separate ways. Yes, this means a tough conversation. Yes, this means it sucks, but it's you taking your power back. Now, sometimes this means having a tough conversation with someone who wanted your opinion, like Samantha was saying, people want my opinion, but then they don't like my answer. Do you know what I have to say about that? Well, you wanted my opinion. You can take it or leave it. No harm, no foul. I am not going to, have the desire and the need to please here and the need to lower myself or try again or whatever it might be. If someone asks your opinion or if they want an answer from you and you answer with confidence, right? And then they are like, oh, I don't really like that. That's on them. That is completely on them. And we have to, just kind of release that need to please so we can take our power back, right? So remember, you have complete control over what energy, what vibe, what kind of person you allow in your space, in your life. Now, I get it. When it's family, it's difficult. I get it. I promise you I understand. However, you can set boundaries there, you can have tough conversations, and you can still show up there, but it can almost be like where this energy bubble is so strong that when something comes at you, it can kind of bounce off and go back to them because you're not letting it stick. You're not letting it continue to drain you or continue to suck you dry. It's almost like this pin comes flying out and it comes here and it's like, nope, going back because you're not going to take it. You're not going to stand for it, and that's okay. So you get to call the shots 150% of the time. Do not be afraid to set boundaries. Do not be afraid. In fact, it will make you stronger, it will make you more resilient, and it will make you a better leader. This is so difficult in network marketing. My network marketing gals, my leaders, I see you. I was one of you when I was in network marketing who answered messages at every waking hour of the day. I always had my phone glued to me. My people came to me 24/7 wanting something. And as much as I loved them, right, my heart was so big and I wanted them to succeed so bad, my life and my sanity were in question because I didn't have any boundaries, because I let them treat me that way. I let that be okay. And so guess what? That continued to happen. And that was the example that was set. And then that's the example that was set for them to do that in their business and their downline. And guess what? Over time, they quit because they were exhausted, burnt out, resentful, and they weren't feeling it. It's not a good way to live your life. Your business should not rule your life. Your business should be a piece of your life. It fits in. It's a piece of you. It's a passion project that you have. It's a piece of your soul. It's a piece of your heart, but it doesn't have to mean that you can't have the relationships that you want or you can't have the time, freedom, or whatever it is that you're working for. Are you with me? You feeling me? So, I want you first, when you're setting these boundaries, is to acknowledge that this is hard. Acknowledge that this is hard in order to constantly listen to everyone and constantly be the go-to and constantly be the one that has to make sure everyone else is taken care of. Acknowledge that that's hard and it's draining you. You can love what you do so freaking much, but it can still drain you. It can still be a lot. There is only one of you. And you have to set these boundaries. You have to take your power back so that you can show up in your strongest, most potent energy possible, attract those soulmate clients, serve, make an impact, and amplify the work that you are doing. But if you're trying to please everyone and you're trying to do all the things and help all the people all of the time, eventually you're going to be done. You're going to walk away from it and you're going to be exhausted. So acknowledge that it's valid. It's valid that this is draining you. You don't have to explain it to anyone or justify it. Maybe you have a certain friendship or you have a relationship in your life that's just draining the juice out of you. You can say, you know what? This isn't where I have to stay. It's valid that I feel this way. I don't have to explain it. It doesn't have to make sense. But to me, this is how I'm feeling. And so I can either choose to stay here and I can choose to let this happen, or I can take my power back and I can choose to do something differently and have a tough conversation and choose me at the end of the day, right? So really, I want you to stop pretending that it's all okay and that it's all fine and that you're going to be okay, you're going to be okay. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. That's not how it works. You need to stop pretending that it's okay if you're feeling drained and exhausted and burnt out, and stop pushing and hustling through, because that's not what leads to the rest that you want and the peace that you want and the joy that you deserve. That isn't what leads to that. It's not pushing through and hustling. All that's going to do is make you more exhausted and more burnt out and more overwhelmed. You need to ask yourself, how am I actually feeling in this relationship? How am I actually feeling in my business? How am I actually feeling in this situation? And realize you don't have to stay there, okay? This is so fun. Hello, everyone just hopping on. Hello, hello. So I want you to ask yourself, because sometimes when boundaries are being crossed, we like to put it on other people, right? I've been there. I'm like, this is her fault. This is her fault. That's his fault. That's for sure not my fault. And we like to blame and put it on other people, right? We're human. That's what we want to do. We want to deflect. We don't want to take responsibility. But I want you to take responsibility here. If you are feeling drained or burnt out or overwhelmed or exhausted and you're feeling like your energy is being drained, I want you to take responsibility and ask, what boundaries of mine have I allowed to be crossed? Am I honoring the boundaries that I put in place? Have I said that I work certain business hours, but I'm really answering messages 24/7? Am I saying that I'm a powerful, strong, independent woman and I got this and nobody walks all over me, but then you go hang out with that friend and they're walking all over you? Because you're teaching people how to treat you. And you can stay there and you can continue to blame them, or you can take your power back, take responsibility and say, I need to honor my boundaries. I need to choose me. So some questions to ask yourself. Are you honoring your priorities? Are you setting business hours? Where are you being taken advantage of that you have allowed? Because people can't take advantage of you unless you let them take advantage of you. And sometimes in the beginning of those certain relationships or that certain business or whatever it might be, you don't really understand yet. You're not really sure what that looks like. But over time, you start to be like, damn, this keeps happening, but I'm allowing this to keep happening, right? So where are you being taken advantage of that you have allowed? The truth is again, we teach people how to treat us. So what precedents have I set? What rules or guidelines or kind of situations have happened before that I've been okay in, or I haven't spoken up, or I haven't stood up for myself? So I'm just like, this is what's going to continue to happen because this other person thinks that that's okay. Because you've never said anything before, so they don't know any differently. If you're answering messages 24/7, 48 hours, all the freaking time, and you're never taking a day off, why would they consider Saturday, Sundays to be a day off for you? Because you're allowing them to message you. You're messaging back, expecting them to read your mind and just get it. And I've been there. And I'm like, why don't they understand? And I'm like, oh wait, I've never said anything. I've never had that tough conversation. So when it comes to setting these boundaries, you need to remember that you're protecting your time, you are protecting your energy, you are protecting your value, you are protecting the very thing about you that other people are paying for, that other people are investing in themselves and investing in you to take them to this next level. But if you don't have anything left, then you can't even take them to that next level, right? What's the difference for you between how you show up for your one-on-one clients that are investing in you, investing in themselves, and how you show up on a live video or how you show up for your free content that you're sharing? And there needs to be a difference there. There needs to be boundaries there so that you're showing up 150 freaking % for the people that have said, I'm all in for what you have to offer. So you need to make sure you're protecting your energy so that you can pour into the people that value what you have to share and are in your energy bubble or in that next level container with you. So the first thing I want you to do, set business hours. Now, here's the thing. This is my opinion. Take what you want, leave the rest. You're not going to hurt my feelings if some of this doesn't apply to you. Totally fine. But number one is set business hours. Again, your business is a piece of your life. It doesn't have to be your entire life. So when I set business hours, when I realize, and now, of course, I don't have them right now because Joe is gone, so like, why would I need them? I don't have children. So I don't really necessarily have business hours, but there are certain times of day where I leave my phone somewhere, or I will go out and I will run errands and I won't check my phone and I'll leave it in the car, or I'm going to bed and my phone's gonna be across the room from me, so I'm not constantly touching it and constantly being active with it. So where in your life do you need to set business hours, or set relaxing hours, or set self-care hours, or set marriage hours? Like, what is it that you need to take the power back and say, you know what, I am not giving enough time here, or I'm going all of the time. So where in your life is this? So for me, when Joe is home, I set very solid business hours. I told you guys about this the other day. I make sure that my client calls, my podcast recordings are Tuesday through Thursday. That is what I do. Now, every now and again, there has to be one on a different day, and I get that. But for the most part, Tuesday through Thursday are my business days. It's the days where I am fully 150% there, in it with my clients, in there on the live video, doing the damn thing, and I am all in. But then on Monday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's really powerful that I take time for me, or I take time to be, or I take time to create, or I take time to, if Joe is home, I'm all in our relationship, and we're going on date nights, and we're going on date days, and he realizes Tuesday through Thursday, Olivia's, she's not totally with me. She's not totally present with me, but on the other days, I can expect to have all of her. Right? So where can you set business hours? The next thing I want you to do is I want you to set expectations for your clients, for your team, for your family, for your coworkers, or whatever. I mean, coworkers is kind of hard because you're not really their boss. But with clients, if you're answering them 24/7 and you're irritated and frustrated and exhausted for answering messages at midnight, then you need to set a new expectation and say, you know what? I love you, but between these hours, I'm actually going to be unavailable. If it's an emergency, you can text me or whatever it might be. But for the most part, I am unavailable because I need to take care of me and fill back up so that I can show up and serve you. So I will get back to you as soon as I can. If it's your team, if they are messaging you in the middle of dinner and you're their first go-to, how can you set new expectations to have them go to other places first before they reach you? So when I was in network marketing, there was a million resources, and I'm sure it's the same for your company. So really making sure, are they going to Google first? Are they going to your YouTube channel first? Are they going to your Google Drive, where maybe you have all the trainings there, you have all the answers there? Where in your team and in your company can you send them first before they message you? This actually creates more empowered leaders and more empowered distributors on your team, because they don't have to rely on you being available 24/7. They can go find the answer themselves, and then they can go and do a lot quicker than waiting on you, right? So setting expectations for your clients and your team. I know for me, like with emails, with my clients, when they send me a novel of an email because they get unlimited email access in between calls, I say it takes 24 to 48 hours for me to get back to you an email. Now I have Facebook Messenger for them as well, which are a little bit quicker of responses because it's a little bit quicker of talking. But if they want my undivided attention, it's going to take 24 to 48 hours, because I really need to make sure that I'm not just half-assing all of these emails or these messages or whatever they might be. I am 150% focused on them when I'm in that space. I'm not trying to clean the house, hang out with Joe, take care of the animals, and answer messages at the same time. It's too many things, and it starts to be these energy leaks over time. Now, here's a really tough one. Relationships with powerless people who are draining your energy. Really evaluating, are there relationships in your life with people who are not choosing to take their power? Maybe they're constantly complaining, or they're constantly bitching, or they're constantly venting, and they're draining the life out of you. And you love these people with everything in you, and you want the best for them, and you see their potential, and you see their possibility, and you want to be there for them. Hello, Autumn. Hello. But over time, you start to realize that they're draining you, and there's these little pinpricks happening, and you're not even able to show up fully in other relationships or with your clients or in your business, because over time you're like, there's nothing left of me. Those people that every time their phone rings, you're just like, oh my God, I don't know if I've got it in me. I don't know if I've got it in me today. Now, you can love those people and you can have a difficult conversation, setting new expectations, saying, I love you and I see you and I feel you and I want the best for you. But this is starting to be exhausting. And so what I would really like this to look like moving forward is that we are raising each other up. We're helping each other. We're becoming better together. And yes, sometimes we're going to bitch and we're going to vent and we're going to need that space, but not all of the time. Like 99% of the time, I want to be high vibe. I want to feel good. And I want to allow us to really amplify each other and really believe in each other in the times we don't believe in ourselves. It can be a very tough conversation. It's not easy. It might make you want to poop your pants or throw up because you're just like, oh my God, this is so uncomfortable. But this is you taking your power back. It's you owning your worth. It's you wanting the best for you, wanting the best for them, wanting the best for the people that are in your bubble. And when you have that tough conversation, they can either choose to meet you there and love you and be in that with you and say, you know what, you're right. Or they can choose to say, oh my God, ew, who are you? Like, no, thank you. And then they can leave, and that's fine. And you know what? You can cry about it. That can suck. It is what it is. Whatever it might be. However, what happens over time is they're going to think about it, and hopefully they'll be able to, that will give them permission to do the same thing in their own life with other relationships, because maybe people have been enabling them and allowing them to stay there, and maybe you need to be the one that is like, you know what? I'm cutting this off. I'm drawing the line in the sand, just as we do with anything else when we make a decision in life, right? I'm drawing a line in the sand and I'm saying, I love this person so much that I'm going to let them go for now. And who knows what will happen down the road, but I just can't do it anymore. It sucks and it's hard and it feels like a breakup. I promise you that. However, those tough conversations will lead to powerful, stronger women who know their worth and allow themselves to just amplify and their noise to get louder and their energy to get louder, and you're able to impact in a different way. So I need to ask you, do you need to have any tough conversations? Can you think of anyone in your life that you need to have these tough conversations with? Because at the end of the day, we teach people how to treat us. And if you continue showing up to those conversations with that person and you're resentful and you're drained and you have nothing left, but you're allowing yourself to keep showing up there, it's not fair to you and it's not fair to them. They deserve better than that, just as you deserve better than that too, right? So, are you someone's dumping ground? Are you someone's dumping ground in your life? Or are they mutually beneficial relationships? I made a guideline for myself actually like last year at some point. I don't remember when it was, but it was with my last life coach. And I sat down and I was like, what am I no longer available for? And it was people sucking my energy. And then I said, what am I available for? And it was only mutually beneficial relationships. Both with clients, with friends, with my husband, with anyone, with family. I was only available for mutually beneficial relationships. I was going to stop feeling bad, feeling like I was the one that had to hold everyone together or keep it all together or make sure that everyone else was taken care of. Because I don't know what book it was. It was a Mark Manson book, I think, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. But I think that was the book it was. And he said, like, if you're so worried about other people, who's worried about you? And your energy, and your worth, and your time, and your power, right? So making sure that you know, like, am I allowing this person to treat me this way? Or is this a mutually beneficial relationship? And sometimes it just takes that tough conversation, and it sucks, and it's hard, and you can kick it, you can scream right through it, you can sweat through your shirt, face can turn all red, you can be all pissed off about it, but it leads to more empowered relationships, and relationships that fill you up, and you fill them up, and you're just like this high vibe, amazing energy duo that's, able to, I don't know, I'm like so wordy tonight. This is what happens when I take 2 days off of live video. And you're able to serve the world bigger and better, right? So, final pieces before we move into these, what you guys are saying. So ask any questions that you have below, but get grounded before you have these conversations or before you start to even look at this. Get grounded, okay? Really come down and ask yourself, who am I? What am I available for? What do I have to offer? And what am I no longer available for? Stay consistent. Know why you are doing this. It's not because you're a bitch or because you hate this person. It's not because you don't care about this person. It's because you do care about this person. You do care about these people. You care about your friends. You care about your relationship. You care about your partner. You care about your downline. You care about your leaders. You care about your clients so freaking much that you need to show up and you need to set those boundaries. This allows you to have your sanity back, your time back, your freedom back, your life back. It allows you to show up fuller in all of the areas of your life. So voice and communicate. Commit with me right now to voice and communicate these new boundaries, these new expectations, these new, whatever you're doing to protect the energy inside of this vortex, inside of this bubble that's all around you, right? And it's this pink, opalescent, beautiful color of this magic fairy dust that's all around you inside this bubble. It's 4 feet out on every side. And whatever you have to do to protect that, you are going to do. And you need to voice it and communicate it. You can't just expect your friends and your clients and your downline to get it and to know what's going on in your head. Teach them how to treat you. Give them permission to do the same. In fact, your clients and your tribe and your team and your friends, they will actually respect you more because you're doing this, because you're empowering them to do the same thing. You taking your power back gives them their power back. And they can either choose to go with that, they can choose to go all in with that and take their power back too, and they're like, yeah, we're going, this is amazing. Or they'll say, oh my God, who are you? No thanks. And they'll leave. And guess what? One less person to worry about, and you have more space and more energy and more magic available for those that want it, those that want to build you up, those that want to fill you up, those that want to empower you just as much as you want to empower them. So take care of you, take care of your soul, take care of your spirit, take care of your magic, take care of your energy so that you can serve this world in the way that you've been called to. And that comes with setting boundaries. And it doesn't make you a bitch for doing so. It makes you strong. It makes you someone who knows what they're worthy of, knows their worth, knows their value, knows what they have to offer, knows who they are, and wants to empower other people to do the same thing. Right? Does this help you guys? Let me know if this helps. Let me read these comments, though, that you guys are leaving. Let's see. So Peyton said, I need to take those people out of my newsfeed. LOL, waking up to the bitching is so annoying. I unfriend them. You know what? I honestly, unless they're like a really close friend or family member where I just like need to unfollow them for a little bit, I unfriend them. Because here's the thing, like if that's where my mind goes every time I see that person post, do I want them as a client? Do I want them as a friend? Probably not. Like I can love them. I can send them good vibes. I can pray for them. I can do whatever you do, but they don't have to be in your energy bubble or in your vortex. If you're allowing yourself to see them constantly and allowing that into your life, then you need to take the responsibility back and say, you know what? I'm not available for this. So unfollow, unfriend, whatever you got to do. Let's see, Peyton, I really like the idea of Tuesday through Thursday because I still want days just for Annabelle. It's a lot easier for me to set specific days rather than just certain hours every day because that wears me out. Yeah, I mean, you've got to do what you've got to do. So for me, like I still work on Mondays and Fridays and sometimes even on the weekends. Like I'm gearing up for a launch tomorrow. Like I have a really special top secret project that goes live at 11 a.m. Central Time tomorrow. Sounds so silly when I say it like that, but it's super exciting as I've been working on it all weekend and today and all of that. And I'm showing up here on a live video today. It's just different. I don't take client calls anywhere between like on those other days. It's just Tuesday through Thursday that I know I'm serving the crap out of other people that have invested in me, that have invested in themselves, that are all freaking in. So I love that though. If that works for you, by all means, freaking do it and crush it. Erica says, I need a time routine because everything is just scattered. Yeah. How can you take the power back, set these hours, set these expectations, set these guidelines for yourself so that you can show up totally potent and all in and ready to go in the times that you are on. And then in the times that you are off, you can be off and you don't have to worry about it. So powerful. Kyle, I'm listening and looking for ways to implement this in my classroom. This could do pretty cool things in a classroom setting. Oh my gosh, for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. This can be applied to anybody. Anybody. And if your students are taking advantage of you or anything, you need to set new expectations there, or you need to take your power back so that you can empower them to do the same thing. I mean, this is a lesson that goes far across the board. I just mainly speak with coaches, so that's why I share that. Peyton says, going to have to watch this from the beginning since you know I need boundaries. I love you so much. Reading Feminine Genius and just read the most powerful message ever. Oh my gosh, share it. You can't just leave me hanging like that. What was the most powerful message ever? Hello, Snashana. Hello. Oh my gosh, hello. Hello, hello. Does anyone else have any questions? Hi, Kristen. Hello, Rosemary and Kendra and Brianna and Shannon and Kiana and Jennifer and Kaylee and Lauren and Taylor. You guys, I slacked at saying hello tonight. Who am I? See, this is why I can't take days off of live video, because literally I'm just like, what am I even doing? I feel like a noob. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm off my game. I'm off my mojo. Oh, I love it. Well, you guys, go back if you are just hopping on. Go back and make sure to watch this video. Hi, Vicky. So good to see you. Go back and watch from the beginning, because boundaries are so freaking important. And you need to set boundaries, and you need to be able to take that back, because again, there is one of you. And if your energy starts to have these pinpricks in it and it's slowly leaking over time, you become this deflated bubble of magic that isn't able to go out, and it's not magnetizing. It's not magnetizing and attracting all that you desire, all that you want, who you want to work with, your soulmate clients, whatever it might be in your life that you want. I love all this love, Autumn. I just love you so much. Whatever it might be that you want. If you're drained completely, there's nothing left for you to give. And people aren't going to find you. They're not going to be drawn to you because you're exhausted and you're overwhelmed. And even when you think you're faking it till you make it, which I hate that term, because we don't fake it till we make it. You need to allow whatever it needs to work through you, and then show up strong, right? Whole nother video for a whole nother time. But people can feel that and they can sense that. And those aren't the types of coaches or influencers or entrepreneurs that you are drawn to work with. You're drawn to people who have this light about them, that have this magnetism, that have this magic that you're like, I don't know even what it is about them, but I want it. And I want to be in it, right? Like Autumn said, she's like, I loved being in the Olivia vortex, and I loved being in Autumn's vortex. I love it. And so what happens is, it's not about some magical thing about me. I'm just like anybody else, you guys. Just a normal girl doing her thing over here, doing what I'm called to do. But what happens is, I take so much care of me, and I've reestablished and set new boundaries so hard over the last 4 years, and especially over the last 6 months, that I don't show up half-assed. I don't show up faking it till I make it. I show up 150 freaking %, because I've taken the power back there. And my energy bubble, my energy vortex is strong. It is solid. And if something comes at me that I don't want, that I'm not available for, it's like the meme I posted today, like, we don't do that here. We don't do that here. And I let it deflect right back to them. Does that mean losing clients sometimes, losing potential clients sometimes, because they're like, oh, she's not answering 24/7, or she's not available all the time, or she's not just giving all of her time away from free? Yeah, it does. I have definitely lost potential clients. I've definitely lost friends because of this. However, it makes me showing up for the clients I do have, for the audience I do have, for the family here that I do have on Facebook and Instagram, wherever you're hanging out with me. It allows me to show up stronger in the relationships that I do have in my life, because they're getting all of me. You're getting the best of me. You're not getting the half-assed, exhausted, drained, burnt out version of me. She can't do anything in this world. I gotta be fully me, 150 freaking % to serve at the level that I've been called to serve. You with me? So, go set some boundaries, have tough conversations. I believe in you. If you struggle with anything, if you get stuck anywhere, come back here and let me know. Let me help you. Let me coach you through it. Let's figure out what is causing that kind of resistance or whatever it might be, or maybe you're terrified. Share your fears below. Let me coach you through it in the comments as well. If it's something private, you can shoot me a message. We can chat about it there. And don't forget, tomorrow, 11:11 a.m. Central Time, I get to share something really freaking exciting with you that I've been working on for a long time, that I've never done anything like this before. So stay tuned if you're digging these live videos, if you're digging this. Come hang out with me tomorrow at 11:11 a.m. I can't wait to see you. I'll see you on another Facebook Live tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with me here as always, guys. I love you so freaking much. And I can't wait to see what incredible boundaries you set so that you can show up even more strong and powerful and do the damn thing. I love you so much. Bye, guys.